All right, thank you. We'll get started. Just first off with your thoughts on the win tonight.
I think it wasn't the prettiest game we've ever played, but I think given the fact that we had a 3-game week and came away with 9 points, I'm so proud of the team and just happy with how the game went.
All right, we'll go to Austin.
Emily, you not only get the win, but also your first NWSL assist. First off, kind of walk me through what you saw in that goal and just kind of playing as a fullback rather than a center back, the differences that you kind of have to do, just in terms of your mindset.
Just naturally you have to be a little bit higher, both in the attack and in defense, higher up on the pitch. So I was just higher already and wanted to support Haley, and she gave me the ball back, and I just chipped it across and hoped someone was there to finish it, and luckily Barbara was there. So, yeah, I'm super happy that I got my first assist.
It's kind of the defensive effort again, pitching a shutout once more. The collective effort from this team, especially late on, tired legs, third game in 10 days, just the effort from this team. What can you say about it?
I mean, it's tremendous. I mean, all of us just had that determination to get that shutout and get those 3 points for all 90 minutes. It was a grind for 90 minutes. Came into this game, not as fresh as we could have been, or as fresh as the other team, but we didn't let that be an excuse to not play our best or try to play our best at least. And, like I said, we grinded for 90 minutes to get that win.
We'll go to Luis Carlos Pineda.
Thank you, Emily. Congrats on the win.
Thank you.
I wanted to ask you guys are on the top of the NWSL right now. What's the atmosphere in the locker room right now?
I mean, it's just all smiles. We're so happy. The team chemistry that we have is just great. We're all joking, trying to have a good time around the facility and in the locker room. I think that carries over to the field, too. We all just want to work for each other and play for each other. So it's great. I mean, we're all just having a good time all the time.
Austin?
Kind of going back to you playing as a fullback for the last 2 games now. You played a little bit of it last year, so it's not too foreign of a concept, but just with the shifting of the back line and, Kylie switching over, Carrie flipping in on the left side, how has that cohesion been just within that group in the back line and kind of working together in tandem and being able to shift in just various positions? Yeah,
I mean, I think that goes to show all of our versatility. I think, Kylie has no problem stepping in as a center back, Hoffa on the right when she's used to always playing on the left. So I think that just goes to show that, we all have a lot of depth. The back line has depth, and I mean, it's worked pretty seamlessly. I think everyone's done their job and done well.
All right, we'll get started with midfielder Ellie Lemos. First off, congratulations on your first professional start. We'll just get started with your thoughts on the match.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't a pretty game, but, we got the job done, did what we had to do, got the 3 points, and we're coming out of a midweek game week with 9 points. Can't really complain about that. I think this team really persevered today, and we saw that.
Great. Start with Austin.
Allie, congratulations.
Thank you.
What was your mentality coming into this game knowing that you're going to get your first professional start?
Yeah, I mean, there was some nerves, but also some excitement. This is what I've been working towards ever since preseason and season started. So I was just really excited to get out on the field and show what I can do and ultimately help the team win today.
I guess kind of through the first couple games of the season, you've obviously come in, had some taste of what the game is going to be like.
Right.
You had preseason, but now you've had games. And were you pretty prepared coming into this?
Yeah, I think our practices really help players like me get prepared for these starting moments or even subbing in moments because our practices and trainings are just so competitive. Everything we do is at 100% intensity, and at the end of the day, we're trying to make each other better with those trainings, and I think that's really what we do. So I definitely feel prepared and ultimately grateful to have such great teammates and staff around me.
You kind of talked about how the game wasn't very pretty. What was Louisville doing that kind of disrupted a lot of what you guys wanted to do?
Yeah, I mean, I think it was just a lot of just figuring out our press. We have a bit heavier legs than Louisville. So it was really just finding like a happy medium to manage that. But I think, we managed it pretty well, and we limited them to a few shots and ultimately a shutout. So can't really complain too much on that. But I think it was a good way to end, with the 3 points. So, yeah.
We'll go to Luis Carlos Pineda.
Thank you, Ali. Congrats on the win.
Thank you.
I wanted to ask you, as a young core in this team, how's when Louisville started pressuring you guys a little bit more, and you mentioned the legs were kind of. What was Seb telling you guys to keep pushing, or specifically things that maybe y'all practice at every day?
I mean, we've been practicing like game situations, game scenarios. We knew coming into this game and pretty much every game in the NWSL, it's going to be physically demanding. But, Seb and our whole coaching staff is just trying to encourage us, push us, because they know what we can do and they know what we're capable of. So I feel like he was just trying to be really encouraging and just, hey, I know you guys got to do the work. I know it sucks, but we want to be top of the table and we're going to do whatever it takes. That's been really our motto this year, whatever it takes.
Al, you went 87 minutes, which is the most you've had so far in your professional career. You've had little stints here and there, but how are you feeling after playing almost a full 90?
It's really exciting. I have, like I said, this has been something I've been working towards in regard to getting more minutes and just getting more time on the field. So I'm really pleased, but, there's still a whole lot season left, so a lot more work to do.
Now that you've had a few games under your belt, can you talk about the comfort level you're feeling with playing at this level?
Mm-hmm. Like I said, our trainings really help prepare us, especially me. I feel like if our trainings weren't as intense and high level as they are, I would be like kind of freaking out in game situations. But I feel like because of the level of our trainings and just, fitness and just our coaches are always pushing us. So I feel really prepared and really comfortable. My teammates, super uplifting and just very encouraging. It's trust at the end of the day. And I think that's a big component for us. And I think you can really see that out on the field.
We'll get started with head coach Seb Hines. Seb, congratulations on the win. Eight games in a row now, undefeated to start the season, 5 consecutive wins on top of the league. Just your thoughts on the match and the season so far?
Yeah, it sounds good, that, right? I think today it was a tough game, obviously, with the quick turnaround and everything that we put into on Wednesday. The emotions and that we had to go through after Wednesday, and then just to turn it around against a good Louisville team who had a week to prepare for this game with a lot of energy. You could see towards the end the players were on their last legs, but I can't say enough compliments for them, to have that grit, that determination, the attitude, the mentality to see the game out and walk away with 3 points and, end the week with 9 points with 3 games. I'm really, really proud of all the efforts that they put into it.
Start with Austin.
Seb, congratulations. Being able to grind out these 1-0 games, especially like you said, third game in 10 days' time. The mentality of this team, you talked about it last year. Now you're starting to see the results of those. How proud are you, not just for the players, but also for this entire team to see the fruits of their labors come to fruition?
Yeah, you got, going into this game, I just like, listen, guys, take all the excuses out of the way. We got to do our job. And today they did their job. It wasn't the prettiest of games. It wasn't a game where we played that free-flowing football. Even like our build-outs, Louisville did a really good job of preventing those moments for us to be lethal in the attack. But we took our goal well. I was pleased with that. And then it was back and forth. You're looking at the clock, it's slowing down. And so I'm just really happy that we managed to walk away with the 3 points after not the most exciting game, but it doesn't matter. It's 3 points at the end of the day.
Go to Luis.
Thank you, Seb. Congrats on the win. Emily Sams, I would like to ask you how you assess her performance. She played as a fullback today. She had like 11 completed passes in the final third. Seems like she was running a great performance. Is this something that she's been doing in practice, going in the attack more? Thank you.
One thing with this team and with myself, you have to be versatile. You got to be able to play multiple positions. I think she's taken that position really well. She had a bit of a slow start into the game. The fatigue may have caught up with her early on, but she grew into the game really well. But yeah, she did tremendous. Kanu's been a threat all season. At one period she was leading goal scorer within the league, and I felt Em did a great job of minimising her opportunities. But it's also part of Em's development as well. We have to think about her, and she's in her second year, and we have to see different areas that she can continue to improve on. And I think having that versatility within herself to play right back, centre back, even going back to last year, she played left side centre back, and they're all very different positions. And so she's taken it on board, and yeah, I'm pleased that she was happy with her performance.
Ali Lemos got the start. She's obviously been playing and coming in as a substitute. What did you think of her performance starting in the game and just overall?
Yeah, this is the most competitive league in the world, I think, and I felt like she did a tremendous job of having a mature performance within that position. It's very difficult coming in as a young player and playing, centre midfield, and having the bravery to take the ball in difficult areas. The speed of the game can be very fast in this league as well. So, we've done well to almost buy her time to make sure that she was ready for this opportunity, and, she fully took it. And she'll only continue to develop and get better and get to know the league and the speed of the league the more time she spends on the field.
You got Audrey and Morgan back on the field after a couple weeks absence. How important is it to get them going again, especially now that the season's in full swing?
No, it's really important. I hear a lot about teams suffering with injuries. I think we're one of those teams as well. I think you look at our injury list, they're all players who could start in this team. And so they've been big misses, but it's next player who can step up. It's lovely to have Morgan and Adri back and being able to contribute to the team. Still waiting on Marta to come back as well. And so this team is getting very competitive, and harder decisions are going to be hard for me. But that's what you want. That's what we want as a staff, is making tough decisions and making sure we put the best team out there to go out there and perform and get 3 points. And so far, we've done a pretty good job with that, and we want it to continue and keep that momentum moving forward.
Just kind of going off that momentum, team's undefeated, top of the league. How do you make sure that the momentum continues without it getting to the players of the success and, kind of looking into it a bit too much?
I said this after Wednesday, you got to stay hungry and stay humble. It's still very early on in the season, and it's very easy to look at the table and think we've done our job. That's not the case. We know in this league it can turn around very quickly. It only takes a few teams to get momentum and go on the winning streak, and before you know it, you're catching up, trying to catch up with the other team. So we have to set the pace, we have to set the tempo, and we have to stay true to who we are. And I think what we've done so far has been really impressive, and we have to continue to do that. Like, there's no other way. This is a tough league. It's a hard league. No one's going to give you anything in this league. You have to earn every single point, and they found that out today. And there's no gimmies. You've got to go out there and give it your all. And I think what everyone can see from the outside is this team is giving absolutely everything and not leaving anything on the field. They are exhausted right now, and that's sometimes what it means to win a game of football.
Can you talk a little bit about the defense again tonight? Another clean sheet.
Being an ex-defender, you like those clean sheets. You like being difficult to play against. I felt, and it's not just the back line, and Anna did a really good job today of keeping that clean sheet. It could have easily have been another goal for Louisville, but everyone has to play their role. Everyone has to play the part, and it's not just the back line. It's the players that are in front doing their job as well. It's a team effort, and and everyone has a responsibility out of possession, and you can see that the work ethic and the attitude and the desire to put teams under pressure and win the ball, and then, you know, again, being threatening in transition. If we win it, you know, can we have a mindset of going to the other side and being threatening in goal scoring opportunities? And so, yeah, I can't just pinpoint on the back line because they are doing a great job, but it's the whole team. Everyone's doing their role, and it's really nice to see. And even the players who are coming onto the field, you know, they have to do their job and their roles and responsibilities to again see the game out.
We'll go last one to Austin.
Seb, just talking about the third game in 10 days and the heavy legs at the end of the game, how challenging was it to kind of manage players heading into this one, and just in terms of like minutes played and kind of judging who needs to come out and who's ready to come in, just kind of the thought process with that?
Yeah, it's very challenging. You know, you go back and forth and trying to figure out who can go in. And so we just made a decision that we would just control the controllables. So what we did from the final whistle on Wednesday night leading up into this game was really important, making sure that the players feel fresh and ready to go. And I think because of the effort and what they put into on Wednesday, you know, when the iron's hot, you got to press, and so that's the decision we went with. You could see towards the end there was fatigue, and even in the first half there was fatigue. But yeah, I challenged them mentally to go after it, and it was right there for them to get the 3 points. And you know, great credit to the players to not use any excuses and just go after it and successfully win the game at the end.